What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Markman. Welcome to Pre-3, Week 4, Season 8. This week we are looking at the Disney Collection, Castle of Illusion and Quackshot, starring Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. Now, I have never played either of these games. I do remember playing one Genesis Mickey game. Let's see. It's the one where you're like a wizard. Not Fantasia, but like Mickey Mania. No, it wasn't Mickey Mania. It was the circus one. Circus, I don't remember, circus something. Yeah. It was really easy, and you had like a vacuum cleaner, and you could like suck shit up and then shoot it back out, kind of like Kirby. I don't know. I don't remember the name, but I remember that game being piss easy. But this is actually a European combo cart. It's actually a 2-in-1. So we're not playing two individual games, like not two individual ROMs per se. We're playing a single combined ROM that was only available in the UK. Well, actually, I guess it would be all of Europe, not just UK, but you know what I mean. PAL regions. So yeah, let's take a look at the rules. And thank you, Umaro, for helping me clear this up. I can clear it up on the Discord later. But we're playing the Mega Drive version. Quackshot is normal difficulty. There's no difficulty slider, so you don't really have a choice of what to do there. But Castle of Illusion must be played on hard, so you'll have to go to the options and turn hard on. Hard on. Time about 5 hours. The standard 5 hours this game. And you earn points by clearing doors in Castle of Illusion and stages in Quackshot. Per Umaro, you have 5 doors in Castle of Illusion and 9 stages in Quackshot. So you also get an additional point per game for beating the game, meaning you can max out at 16 points. 6 plus 1 is 6, or excuse me, 5 plus 1 is 6, and 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 plus 6 is 16. Your scoring is that you will keep track of the time and the time that you achieve each of these points and the time that you achieve your highest point total. That is the time you'll submit along with your total points. The numero here says, for Quackshot, since there's so much backtracking, just having the stage available to visit gives you the point. Oh, okay. That's good to know, good to know. Welcome in, Mr. Matt. Prune time. It is prune time. And I guess I forgot to say welcome in. So welcome in, Stormy. Welcome in, Umaro. Yes, Stormy. You did remember. You didn't miss anything. You are here. Welcome to all the glory. And Mr. Matt's eating babies. Let's see. So, you are allowed a single save state per game if you choose to switch games. So, let's say you are playing Quackshot and you reach a point where you're just stuck and you really feel like you'd rather spend time progressing Castle of Illusion. You can make a save state and switch over to the other game. Now, these save states cannot be abused, so do not use them and then be like, oh, I lost 3 lives. I'm going to just load my save state back up and just keep going with all these extra lives. No. It is solely to be used for switching games because there's no in-game save function. So if you're trying to maximize your time and get the most out of it, use the save states to flip games. So let's take a look at some manuals. Got the Quackshot manual here, and I noticed this is a very language heavy manual, so we're really basically just got to look at the left column here for English. All right, here we go. A treasure hunt across the continents. While Uncle Scrooge naps, Donald Duck is flipping through some old books in the library. Whack! Out falls a strange piece of paper from one of the books. It's a long-lost message from King Garuzia, the old-time ruler of the Great Duck Kingdom. He's hidden his most prized possession somewhere on Earth, and he's left a map that leads to its whereabouts. I could be rich, richer than Uncle Scrooge, Donald thinks to himself. But Big Bad Pete and his ducky gang are lurking outside the window. They're about to snatch the map, but Donald dashes away, safe for the moment. One moment. Hold on, guys. I gotta go wipe my toddler's butt. I'll be back in a minute. Alright. Butt wiped, hands washed. We're back. So we now know about Pre-3. This is a video game about a rat called Mikey. He uses his arms to bounce off enemies and can throw shit. Damn. It's a brutal game. Alright. Donald, you're late, Daisy scolds. But Daisy, something fabulous is waiting for me, Donald squawks. If I can find it, it will be a terrific surprise for you. I'll tell you all about it when I get back. If he gets back. Donald has no idea what dangers surround the hunt for the great duck treasure. He only knows that he'll do anything to find it. Alright, so we got some controls here. D, directional button. Wow! Changes your selections on the pre-game screens, moves the flag on the map screen, moves Donald on the game screens, moves the brackets on the weapon and item screen. Incredible. The start button closes the pre-game screens, starts the game from the map screen, takes you to the weapons and items screen, closes the weapons and items screen. The A button speeds Donald up. That's your dash button. B is the shot button. Shoots Donald's weapon. C is the jump button. Makes Donald jump. Chooses something other than weapons or chooses something on the weapons and items screen. Button A, B, or C advances the story screens, advances through the speech boxes. So if I'm getting this right, dash is A. Yep, dash is A and shot is B. I think I'm going to be changing. I think there's a thing to change the buttons, and I'll be using it. Because I feel like I would want. I think I'd want jump on B so I could jump and then dash, jump and then dash. But then I could also have B and C next to each other so I could jump and shoot, jump and shoot. I think that's what I'm going to have to do there. Do you think Daisy's bill is able to be malleable enough to give Donald a nosh before he flies off on his adventure? Because they always animate them with some flexibility. Yes. The answer is yes. And don't forget, ducks have corkscrew penises. So it would have to be able to, you know, accommodate. Getting started. Watch Donald tiptoe through the creepy underground caverns of the Aztec ruins. Continue watching to see other dangerous places Donald will explore. Press start at the title screen or whenever you're ready to go on. Next, the game select screen appears. Press start to go on to the story screens, or press the D button down to option and press start to see the option screen. The option screen. Press the D-pad up or down to move from one option to the next. Press left or right to change the settings. I'd like to be sucking on a curly fry. Yeah, I kind of feel like it would just be a soggy curly fry. I had waffle fries on Friday. They were really good. From Carl's Jr. Extra big ass burger. Now with more molecules. So in the options, you can do the sound test to check musical themes. And you can also change the controls. So like I said, in the options, there's nothing really there that's going to break the game. You're not going to be able to change the difficulty or anything. So play with them as you want. In which I plan to move jump into the B button position, I think. And then you can push start to exit there. Alright, the story screens. Read the story to find out how Donald discovered the map to the Great Duck Treasure and made his first escape from Big Bad Pete and the Ducky Gang. Press button A, B, or C to go through the screens, or press start to skip the story and go on to the map screen. AKA push start, skip it, you know the story. Move on with your time. Flying off to adventure. The map screen lets you choose your next destination. Press the D button left, right, up, or down to move the flag to a spot on the map. Press the start to fly off to that place with Donald's nephews, Huey, Dewey, and Louie as your pilots. So you can see here is a world map, and you can see little points. It's pretty faded, and I have trouble with this. I can't slide it over to the left because it's an Internet Archive, but you can barely see like the points of interest. There's one right here, there's one right here, one right here, and there's like little dots connecting them. At first, you can only choose one of three spots, Duckburg, Mexico, or Transylvania, but this is a treasure hunt. You and Donald are about to encounter mystifying adventures and treacherous, tricky foes. You'll find clues, tools, and keys that will lead you around the world to even more exotic lands. If this is the first time Donald is gallivanting into danger, take him to Duckburg. Donald's moves. Get moving the minute Donald hops off the plane. D button to press left or right, walk in those directions. Down to duck, up or down to climb or descend ladders. Okay. Press A button. Press your dash button to quick step across high danger spots. The shot button to shoot your weapon. Press along with the D-pad up to shoot at enemies above you. Okay, that's good to know. You can shoot directly up. Your jump button to jump. Press along with the D button down. Plus left or right to slide left or right. Okay, so you have a slide ability too. That's neat. Wonder if the slide can be used like an attack or if it's purely to get into small areas or dodge something maybe. Wondering how that'll be used. If things don't go just right, Donald's gonna get mad. Then watch out. Donald's quack attack will bowl over anybody in his way. What terrific power. But it only lasts for a few moments before Donald returns to his usual mood. Just incredibly feisty. Note, Donald has a quick attack when his temper gauge fills up. There's a quack attack, excuse me. The game screen. Donald may be impatient, but he also has to be cautious. Ducky gangsters could pop out from anywhere, along with some very tricky inhabitants of the strange lands Donald will visit. Watch the bottom of the game screen to keep an eye on how Donald is doing. Okay, so you got a power gauge here in the bottom left. Starts out with 5 of its 8 circles powered up, but decreases as Donald is hit. Restore the power gauge by grabbing food items. Temper gauge right here next to it. Starts out empty, but increases each time Donald grabs a red hot chili pepper. Oh. Like Flea. That's the one I remember. When the temper gauge is full, Donald has a quack attack. 3 right here is tries left. Starts out with 3 tries. When Donald's power gauge empties, he loses 1 try. When all his tries are gone, the game ends. Oh. And number 4, which is right next to it, Weapons and ammo left. Shows the weapon Donald is currently using. Plungers have unlimited ammo, but the popcorn shooter and bubblegum shooter run out. Get more popcorn by picking up corn items. Find gyro gear loose to load up on bubblegum wads, or pick up gum in various places during your treasure search. 5 is points. Your score so far in the game. Earn points by thonking bad guys and grabbing money bags. So that'd be right here on the far right. And then in between 4 and 5 is number 6, which is the flag signal. This flashes when Donald is near a checkpoint where he can call for his airplane. Okay. Alright, keep on trucking. Use all Donald's move to get him safely through each level. His shots put his foes out of commission, but only for a short time. Just long enough for Donald to waddle, jump, or dash past the danger. Donald's got stamina, pluck, and a long way to go. Too many hits from his enemies will turn this duck hunt into a foul disaster. But duck luck and determination will lead to success and the great duck treasure. Your weapons are yellow, plunger. Donald has an unlimited supply of these foe smackers. They stun the bad guys, but only for a short time, so Donald better skedaddle. The red plunger. Donald uses this to climb high obstacles as well as thonk foes, but first he's got to find it. The green plunger. This sticks onto airborne critters. Then Donald can hang on and fly over otherwise impassable obstacles. Donald can find it on a dark, cloudy night. Ooh, there's a hint. Popcorn shooter. Donald always has his pop gun. He can load up on ammo by picking up corn items. The shooter fires 5 kernels at once. Oh. And the bubblegum shooter. This shoots gooey bubbles that can break down obstacles. Whoa, that's not at all what I thought gum would do. Donald always has this weapon, but Gyro Gear Loose has most of the ammo supply. Okay. Alright, so here's your bonus items. You get a 1-up, which looks like a hat. When Donald runs across one of these, he gains an extra try. Earning 100,000 points also earns you an extra try. Food. These items increase Donald's power gauge. Corn, give you ammo for the popcorn shooter. Money bag for points. And red hot chili pepper will increase your quack attack meter. You need 5 to get one. Oh, there's the money. There's your pepper. That looks like food. And that looks like corn. Switching weapons and using items. Press the start button during the treasure hunt to see the weapon and item screen. On this screen, you can switch weapons, use or look at important items you found, and call up your plane to zip to another place. Press the D button up, down, left, or right to move the brackets. Press button C to choose a bracketed item. Press start to return to the hunt without changing your weapon, or without changing your selection. Weapons. Bracket a weapon, then press button A or C to switch to that weapon and return to the game. Okay. Important items. Bracket an item and then press the button A or C, then bracket either use or look depending on the item. Press button A or C again to return to the game. If you can't use an item, move Donald to another position and try again. You can call the airplane, see the next page for instructions on flying to another spot. Which is right here. Not even the next page, it's just look down. Catching the next plane out. When Donald reaches a checkpoint, he'll stop and set a flag. Checkpoints are safety zones that lead to even more dangerous areas. Donald won't be able to continue without a special weapon or item. And to find it, he's got to search a different section of the world. Okay, so it sounds like you're going to be jumping back and forth quite a bit. But it's nice that you get checkpoints so you can be like, okay, I got to stop here, go find something else in another level, and then I can fly back here and continue from this point forward. A friend at the checkpoint might help Donald. Press button A, B, or C to move through the speech boxes and find out what the person has to say. Then move Donald next to the flag and press the start button to go to the weapon item screen. Move the brackets to call an airplane and press button A or C. Huey, Dewey, and Louie will arrive to zip Donald off to another land. When the map screen appears, use the D button to mark your next destination and press button A. When Donald hops off the plane in a new land, he'll start from the beginning. Oh wait, in a new land. Sorry. When he returns to a place he's already visited, he'll be dropped off at his last checkpoint flag. Okay, that's pretty cool. You sort of backtrack, but you pick up right where you left off. So, not the worst thing. Not quite a Metroidvania. The hunt is on. 1. Duckburg. town full of people keeps Donald zigzagging through danger. Towering skyscrapers lead to sizzling power lines and an important discovery. 2. Mexico. Exploding cacti, burbling quicksand, scorpions, buzzards, and bees. Oh my! Find the sweet senorita and the entrance to a secret place. Aztec ruins. Donald hotfoots it through floating flames and vicious Aztec warriors. How long can you crawl? How high can you jump? It's time to find out. Transylvania. A creepy forest and a cold mist gives Donald the shivers. Vampire bats, pudgy ghosts, and bowling skeletons rattle Donald's spirit. He'll receive a blood-chilling welcome from his host, the evil Count. Viking ghost ship. Ship ahoy! Blasting cannons shiver the timbers of this spook-ridden vessel. In the eerie moonlit night, Donald finds something he desperately needs. South Pole. What a workout. Dashing across rising and falling ice flows, breathless Donald is bombarded by snow foes. A key to his dilemma could turn up under the ice. Maharaja's palace. Sneaky snake charmers do their best to stop Donald in his tracks. A giant labyrinth could be the deep dark end. Egypt. The pyramid is chock full of traps, pitfalls, and secret chambers. Donald's up against a dead end unless he can solve the riddle of the Sphinx. Ducky Gang hideout. Big Bad Pete and his cohorts are full of surprises, the explosive kind. Donald gets trapped in a boggling maze with only one way out. And the Great Duck Treasure Island. Collect your courage for the final adventure. Remember, don't believe everything you see. Okay, do not immerse the cartridge in water. Yep. Alright, that's it for Quackshot. Let's move on to the other one. Castle of Illusion. That's a lot of story. You can read it if you want to. Go save Minnie. Alright, so the D button. Press down or up to move from one selection to the other on the options screen. Press left or right to move Mickey left or right. Press down to make Mickey duck. While jumping, press left or right to jump farther in those directions. The start button. During the story, press to skip through the screens. At the title screen, press to see the options screen. Press to continue from the options screen, score screen, and continue game screen. Press to get Mickey through a castle door more quickly. Oh. Press to continue from all between level screens. Press to pause during play. Press again to continue. Button A or B is the shot button. Press to make Mickey throw things at his enemies, and C is jump. Press to make Mickey jump. Keep holding the button down for higher jump. Press to make Mickey swim up. Oh, so he can swim. That's good. So you really only need button C and B. That's interesting. All right. Mickey's special feats. Bounce attack. Press button C when Mickey's in midair over an enemy. Press button C again, or press the B button down before Mickey lands on him to do a bounce attack. So you gotta either push the C button again or hold down to actually do a jump damage attack. Oh, she's called Minnie in this version? She's called Minge in the PAL one. Mickey and Minge. Oh, spaffle me, Minge. Running down slopes. Press the D button in the direction Mickey's heading to make him run faster. Mikey and Minge. Mikey and Minge. Spaffing about. Long jump. Press button C when Mickey's running to jump over enemies and holes. Swinging from ropes. Press button C to make Mickey jump up and grab a rope. Press button C again to let go. Okay. Getting started. Read the story screens to find out how Witch Mizrabel captured Minnie and how Mickey got to the Castle of Illusion, or press start to skip the screens. At the title screen, press start again. The option screen appears. Okay. On the option screen, use the D button to move Mickey to each selection. Press button B or C to see the different options. Then press start to begin the game. So remember, difficulty needs to be on hard. Hooray, we've broken Mark. It's only a matter of time. So you can choose practice, normal, or hard. AKA, you can only choose hard. Mickey starts with 2 power spheres to search 5 levels and find 7 gems. Oh, so you only get 2 lives. That's crazy. Okay. Sound test is a sound test. You can change the controls however you want, and I think I will put jump on B. That way it's A and B. Because the way I have it like a SNES controller. So I would have B on the SNES B, and then A on the SNES's Y. And then that like tip of the thumb on Y and joint of the thumb on B is just super comfy for me. That's how I usually like to play. How's Mickey doing? Mickey enters the Castle of Illusion with two chances, to rescue Minnie. He finds himself in a long hall with many doors. Behind each door are mysteries, enchantments, and illusions. Follow Mickey through the first door, and as you play, keep an eye on the meters at the bottom of your screen. They'll show you how Mickey and you are doing. One is your power gauge right here. Power gauge shows how much power Mickey has left. Every time he gets bonked, he loses some power. If he loses all his power, he loses one try. In practice and normal games, Mickey gets to keep any items he's gained in the scene. But in a hard game, he loses his items. Then he starts that scene over again. Brutal. Tries. Shows how many chances Mickey has to get through the level. He starts with 3 tries. If he loses them all without finishing the level, the game's over. Oh, so you get 3 tries in hard. It's your power you only get 2 of. Ooh, so you gotta not get hit. That's tough. Items show how many things Mickey has picked up. Items are good to throw at enemies and obstacles to get them out of the way. Score shows how many points you've earned so far. End of game. When Mickey loses all his tries, the game ends, but Mickey's determined to try again and continue game. Mickey can continue up to 4 times in a practice game and 2 times in a normal game. You can't continue in a hard game, so no continues even. Wow, Umaro, you went spicy on this one. Move him to continue and press start. You'll return to the game from the beginning of the last scene. Mickey will lose all his items and your previous score will not be saved. If you don't want to continue, move Mickey to a new game and press start. The game will start over from the story screens. Alright, items. Mickey can gain items by running over them, jumping on them, or leaping high to grab them. Stars. Give Mickey power. When the power gauge is full, picking up a star earns 1,000 points. Also look for white gems worth 100 points. Mouse ears. Give Mickey an extra chance to complete a level. Oh, an extra life. JoJo's reference. You'll have to help me. I don't know JoJo's. Except for the delicious potato. It's coming up. Alright, it's coming up. Note, earning more than 40,000 points also gives Mickey an extra try. Okay. After that, Mickey earns an extra try every time 50,000 points are added to the score. So 40,000, 90,000, 140, etc., etc. Apple, marble, and candle. These are definitely the JoJo's reference, and not this over here. Mickey can fling these at enemies to clear his way, and also at walls and other obstacles to look for an escape route. When he has 30 items, picking up another one earns 1,000 points. Oh. Bag of items. Holds 10 items for Mickey to throw. When he has more than 20 items, picking up a bag earns 1,000 points. Gems. Collect all 7 of these to rescue Minnie. Okay. Scoring. Your score appears after you finish each level. It shows the highest score for the game, your score, and 3 bonus scores. Clear points when the level is cleared. Technical for the number of power spheres left times 1,000. Secret bonus, number of items. The number of items left times 1,000. Okay. Mickey's, not JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. 5 doors entice Mickey into adventure. Behind each door is a different world of illusion. Each world has several scenes connected by tunnels and myriads of critters and tricks, all created by Miserable and her masters of illusion. Good luck. There's the enchanted forest. Enter a glowing forest where trees and mushrooms crawl, tulips spit poison seeds, and spiders attack from their huge sticky webs. Grab a rope and swing over pits. Beware of scary ghouls and giant apples. Toyland. Open the second door to find a world of animated toys. Knock down marching soldiers and juggling clowns. Duck or jump over buzzing toy airplanes. The door's in front of your nose, but it could be locked. There's a big surprise waiting in this world. The storm. Once you pass the third door, you'll be walking on a dangerous hillside as a violent storm approaches. Carefully tiptoe or run and jump across the crumbling bridges. Brilliant bonefish leap and snap. Watch out for the water. The library. Maybe books in tall glass jars. Or huge book. Wow, how did I read maybe? Oh, it's right there below it. That's why. Huge books in tall glass jars. Is this a giant's room? Maybe. So you better watch out. Swing from lamps and hop over bookworms. Dive into a teacup and float with the sugar cubes. What's inside the milk bottle? Perhaps another world? Step in and have a look. The castle. Now you're in the castle where armored knights attack and huge boulders tumble towards you. You're one step away from Isabelle and Minnie. Don't give up. Mickey's hints. Bounce as much as you can to wipe out enemies. Be grabby. You'll need all the items you can get when you're near the end of a level. Learn how all the different guardians move. It'll be quicker and easier for you to defeat them. Remember, you can't throw things while swimming. That's actually really good advice. Reach high places by bouncing off enemies' heads. Learn to duck. Sometimes that's all you can do to escape getting hurt. Oh, here's the scorebook. Do not submerge your cartridge in liquid. Okay. Whew. That was 2 back-to-back manuals. My voice is shot. But all in all, sounds like a pretty good time. He took them back to back. Back to back, just really spit roasted them, you know. To me, it sounds like Quackshot might be the good one to start with, especially since it's not on hard. And there's no hard option for it. The hard option on Castle of Illusion sounds pretty brutal, so I think personally I'm going to try and beat Quackshot first and then go on to Castle of Illusion and try to minimize the amount of time I'm going back and forth between games. But that's my strategy. Maybe something better will work for you. Oh, I forgot to update these dates. Derp. I changed the scores and forgot the dates. Dun, 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 dun. So we'll do it right here live. We'll do it live. Virtual Bart scores are due April 1. And then what came after this would be Quackshot. Quackmouse. Quackmouse scores due April 8. Next wheel spin. April 1. Boom. Do it right there. So there we go. Virtual Bart. Get your Barts in. Bart all over the place. It is a horrendous game. Do not go into Bart thinking you're going to have a good time. Go in knowing that it's awful, it's terrible, and that will help soften the blow. It is a terrible, awful, horrendous game. Yeah. Then get working on Quackmouse. I think I'll be working on Quackmouse today. As for Donkey Kong Country, Wugga took top score. I think he speed runs the game, or maybe he's just very familiar with it. But yeah, he cleared the entire thing in 2 hours and 10 minutes. I came in second with 76%, right at the 5-hour mark. And then MBZ was right behind me with 2 hours and 40 minutes. I think if she had used her whole time, she would have cleared me. But unfortunately, she did not. Mr. Matt had to fight more than just Donkey Kong Country. Mr. Matt had to fight basically all of technology rising against him in righteous fury. Poor Mr. Matt. Cameras weren't working, sound wasn't working, controller wasn't working, emulator wasn't working, game wasn't working. The only thing that was working was Assassino. Was Cappuccino Assassino. He was the real worker that day. Those cards were something else. I I did a Google search for Cappuccino Assassino, and there's a whole wiki for those cards. There's a whole wiki page that with like detailed stories between all the cards and everything. And it just absolutely insane. Yeah. For the was Italian brain rot. Yeah, there's a wiki. Just Google it. You'll find it. It was first result for me. Apparently, Cappuccino Assassino has a relationship with a teacup lady, a teacup ballerina. Anyway, that's pre-3 for this week. Catch me next week after we spin the next game. Remember, we'll spin April 1st. I can't really commit to a set day or time for these, just because things are hectic for me. So I just try to fit them in when I can, and if you can make it, that's great. If you can't make it, catch the VOD. You'll be fine. But for now, good luck on your games. Get in there and play, and I'll catch you next week. Bye.